As you watch this, your leg muscles might be disappearing. Not from disease. Not from lack of exercise. But from something you do every single morning without realizing it. And if you're over 60, this silent mistake could be the difference between walking confidently for decades or losing your independence within months. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal a breakfast strategy so powerful that it helped one 69-year-old man go from stumbling on his porch to walking 2 kilometers daily in just 8 weeks. No medications. No expensive supplements. No grueling workouts. What I'm about to share isn't complicated. It's not expensive. And it doesn't require a single prescription. But according to recent studies, it could help you cut your risk of muscle loss by 72% and add nearly a decade of strength back to your legs. The best part? You probably already have these foods in your kitchen. You just don't know when to eat them, how to combine them, or why they're so critical for preserving the muscles that keep you walking, balanced, and independent. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me, what's your biggest struggle with leg strength or balance? Is it climbing stairs? Getting up from a chair? Night cramps that wake you up? I read every single comment, and your question might be answered in our next video. Now, let me ask you something personal. Have you noticed your legs feeling heavier lately? Do you push off with your hands when standing up? Have you stopped taking walks because you're afraid you might stumble? If you answered yes to any of these questions, pay very close attention. What you're experiencing isn't normal aging. It's something far more specific, and it's completely reversible if you act now. The silent crisis stealing your strength, and why doctors miss it. Here's what doctors won't tell you during a routine checkup. Losing leg strength after 60 isn't inevitable. It's not just getting older, or something everyone goes through. It's the result of a metabolic crisis that happens every single night while you sleep. A crisis that most people unknowingly make worse the moment they wake up. Let me explain exactly what's happening inside your body right now. After 7 to 9 hours without food, your body enters what scientists call a catabolic state. During this state, your body desperately needs energy to function. But since you haven't eaten, it can't get that energy from food. So what does it do? It starts breaking down your own muscle tissue for fuel. And here's the devastating part. Your body doesn't break down muscle randomly. It targets the largest, most energy-demanding muscles first. Those are your leg muscles, your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and glutes. These are the exact muscles you need for walking, standing, balancing, and preventing falls. Every morning you wake up, this muscle breakdown is already happening. Your body is literally cannibalizing your legs for energy. And what do most people over 60 do? They make it worse. They skip breakfast entirely. Or they grab a cup of coffee and maybe a piece of toast. Or they say, I'm not hungry yet, I'll eat later, and just drink water for the first few hours of the day. Every single time you do this, you're extending the catabolic state. You're giving your body permission to keep breaking down muscle. You're choosing weakness over strength, and you don't even realize it. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't feel hungry in the morning. That's actually a warning sign. When you've been in a catabolic state for so long, your body stops sending hunger signals properly. Your metabolism slows down. Your muscle-building hormones decline. And the process of losing muscle accelerates silently, day after day, week after week, year after year. The medical term for this condition is sarcopenia, and it's reaching epidemic proportions among older adults. According to the National Institute on Aging, adults over 60 can lose up to 1/3 of their leg muscle mass in just 10 years if nothing is done to stop it. Let me paint a picture of what this looks like in real life. First, you notice your legs feel heavier when you walk. You tell yourself you're just tired. Then one day, you struggle to get up from a low chair. You need to push off with your hands. You dismiss it as a bad day. A few months later, you're holding on to furniture when you walk through your house. You avoid stairs whenever possible. You stop going for walks because you're afraid you might lose your balance. You turn down invitations because you don't want anyone to see you struggling. And here's what's truly heartbreaking. This isn't because of a disease. You don't have arthritis or diabetes or heart problems. Your doctor tells you, everything looks fine. But you know something is wrong because you can feel your body failing you. What's actually happening is muscle loss. And when leg muscles shrink, everything else starts to fall apart. Your balance worsens because the stabilizing muscles in your hips and ankles weaken. Your walking speed drops because you don't have the strength to push off with each step. Your risk of falling skyrockets because your muscles can't react quickly enough to catch you. Your circulation declines because muscle contractions help pump blood back to your heart. Your metabolism slows down because muscle tissue burns calories even at rest. Your belly fat increases because your body starts storing energy as fat. Instead of building muscle, your bone density decreases because muscles aren't pulling on bones with enough force. Even your sleep quality suffers because leg cramps and restless legs keep waking you up. Your memory and cognitive function can decline because reduced circulation affects blood flow to your brain. The emotional toll is devastating. You start feeling trapped in a body that no longer cooperates. You lose your confidence. Your independence feels threatened. Activities you used to enjoy become impossible. And the worst part? Most people think this is just what happens when you get older. They think there's nothing they can do about it. But that's not true. Not even close. Why the morning matters more than you think. Here's what most people don't understand about muscle loss. The most critical time to protect your legs isn't during the day when you're active. It's in the morning, right after you wake up. Let me explain why. When you sleep for 7 to 9 hours, your body goes into an extended fasting state. During this time, your insulin levels drop, your growth hormone fluctuates, and your body shifts into survival mode. It needs amino acids, the building blocks of protein, to maintain basic functions. But since you haven't eaten, where does it get those amino acids? From your muscle tissue. This is why your body weight is typically lowest first thing in the morning. You've lost water weight, yes, but you've also broken down some muscle tissue overnight. For younger people, this isn't a major problem. Their bodies are still efficient at rebuilding muscle throughout the day. But for adults over 60, muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle, slows down dramatically. Some studies show it can be up to 50% less efficient compared to someone in their 30s. This means that when you lose muscle overnight, your body struggles to rebuild it during the day, especially if you're not eating the right foods at the right times. And here's where most people make a fatal mistake. They don't break the fast properly. If you skip breakfast or eat something low in protein and nutrients, like cereal with milk, toast with jam, or just coffee, you're keeping your body in that catabolic state for several more hours. Your muscles continue to break down. The amino acids continue to get pulled from your legs, your arms, your core. By the time you finally eat a proper meal, maybe at lunch, maybe at dinner, you've lost 12, 15, even 18 hours of potential muscle recovery. And at 60, 70, 80 years old, you simply can't afford to waste those hours. But here's the good news, and this is why I'm so passionate about sharing this information. When you eat the right foods within the first hour after waking, you can stop muscle breakdown immediately. You can shift your body from a catabolic state into an anabolic state, a state where it's building and repairing muscle instead of breaking it down. You can literally rescue your leg muscles before your day even begins. And when you do this consistently, day after day, the results are nothing short of remarkable. The 5 foods that rebuild leg strength, the science-backed protocol. Before I reveal these 5 foods, let me tell you about David. His story will help you understand just how powerful these simple changes can be. David is 69 years old. He spent his career as a construction engineer, climbing scaffolds, walking job sites, lifting equipment. He was strong, active, and healthy. But around age 65, things started to change. At first, it was subtle. His knees felt stiff in the morning. His feet sometimes felt numb or tingly. Getting out of bed took a little longer. He needed to sit down to put on his shoes. But David did what most people do. He ignored it. He told himself, "I'm just getting older. This is normal." By age 68, things were much worse. His first steps each morning were slow and unstable, like his legs were made of rusty machinery. He struggled to walk from his car to the store without stopping to rest. He needed both hands to push himself up from the couch. The morning strolls he used to enjoy with his wife became impossible. Then came the leg cramps. Severe, painful cramps that would wake him up at 2 or 3 in the morning, leaving him gasping and grabbing his calf muscles. His wife would massage his legs, but the cramps kept coming back, night after night. One morning, David walked out to get the newspaper from his porch. He missed the last step. His leg didn't react fast enough to catch him. He fell hard on the concrete. Thankfully, he wasn't seriously injured. No broken bones. Just some bruises and a badly shaken confidence. But that fall terrified him. He realized he was losing something deeper than physical strength. He was losing his ability to trust his own body. And if he couldn't trust his legs, how could he live independently? How could he travel? How could he enjoy his retirement? David's wife noticed the change too. She saw how his pace had slowed, how his walks became shakier, how he needed help with things he used to do effortlessly. She worried about him constantly. And David? He felt like he was becoming a burden. That's when David started searching for answers. He went to his doctor, who ran tests. Everything came back normal. No diabetes, no arthritis, no heart problems. The doctor said, "You're just getting older, David. Try to stay active." But David knew there had to be more to it. So he started researching on his own. He read articles about sarcopenia and muscle loss. He watched videos about nutrition and aging. He spoke with a nutritionist who specialized in senior health. And that's when he discovered something that changed everything. The strength of your legs depends enormously on what you eat in the morning. David learned that his body had been in a catabolic state every single morning, breaking down the exact muscles he needed most. And his habit of skipping breakfast, or just having coffee and toast, had been making things worse for years. So David decided to make a change. No more skipping breakfast. No more black coffee on an empty stomach. Instead, he started eating foods rich in the specific nutrients his leg muscles were desperately craving, nutrients that could restore circulation, rebuild tissue, and help him regain balance. Within the first week, David noticed his energy levels were different. He felt more alert in the morning, less foggy. By week 3, something remarkable happened. Getting up from a chair felt easier. His steps felt lighter. The nighttime cramps that had plagued him for months? They disappeared completely. By week 6, David was walking around his neighborhood park again. Not just a few minutes, actual walks. By 2 months, he was doing 2 kilometers each morning without stopping, without pain, without fear of falling. These days, David often tells his wife with tears in his eyes, "I feel like I've got my legs back." With just one simple adjustment to his morning routine, no medication, no physical therapy, no expensive treatments, David regained his strength, his energy, and his independence in his late 60s. Something most people believe is impossible. And so can you. You don't need luck. You don't need a miracle. You just need the right information and the willingness to act on it. Now, let me show you exactly what David did. These are the 5 breakfast foods that helped him, and thousands of other seniors, build stronger, steadier legs. And more importantly, I'll explain the science behind why they work so powerfully. Food 1. Whole eggs, the ultimate muscle rebuilder. There is nothing easier, more affordable, or more effective for rebuilding leg muscles than a simple cooked egg. Yet most people either skip eggs entirely or make a critical mistake when they do eat them. They throw away the yolk. Let me be very clear. The yolk is where the magic happens. Yes, egg whites contain protein. About 3.6 grams per egg white. But the yolk contains something far more powerful for your leg muscles. A complete spectrum of nutrients that work together to stop muscle loss and trigger muscle growth. Here's what's inside an egg yolk. Leucine. This is arguably the most important amino acid for seniors. Leucine is what scientists call an anabolic trigger. It literally signals your body to stop breaking down muscle and start building it instead. Studies show that older adults need about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to effectively stimulate muscle protein synthesis. One egg provides about 0.5 grams, which is why eating 2 whole eggs is so effective. Vitamin D. This isn't just the bone vitamin. Vitamin D is critical for muscle function. It helps your muscles contract properly, improves balance, and enhances the communication between your nerves and muscles. Deficiency in vitamin D is one of the leading causes of muscle weakness in older adults. One egg yolk provides about 40 IU of vitamin D, not a huge amount, but when combined with morning sunlight and other vitamin D sources, it adds up significantly. Vitamin B12. This vitamin protects the myelin sheath around your nerves. Think of myelin like the insulation around electrical wires. When it degrades, the signals from your brain to your muscles get disrupted. That's why B12 deficiency causes weakness, numbness, tingling, and balance problems, all symptoms people often attribute to getting old, when it's actually a nutrient deficiency. Eggs are one of the best sources of B12 for seniors, especially those who don't eat much meat. Choline. This lesser-known nutrient is essential for neuromuscular function. It helps produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that allows your brain to communicate with your muscles. Better communication means better coordination, faster reaction times, and improved balance. One egg yolk provides about 150 milligrams of choline. Highly absorbable iron. Many seniors, especially women, are low in iron without realizing it. Low iron means less oxygen delivery to your muscles. Less oxygen means your muscles fatigue faster, feel weaker, and recover more slowly. The iron in egg yolks is in a form called heme iron, which your body absorbs much more efficiently than the iron from plant sources. Research from the University of Illinois conducted a fascinating study on this. They took 2 groups of seniors over 60. One group ate 2 whole eggs every morning for 8 weeks. The other group ate an equivalent amount of protein from other sources. The results were striking. The egg-eating group showed significantly greater improvements in leg strength, walking speed, and the ability to perform daily tasks independently compared to the control group. But here's what makes eggs even more powerful: the timing. When you eat eggs within the first hour after waking, you're delivering these nutrients exactly when your body needs them most, when it's in that catabolic state, desperately seeking amino acids and nutrients. Eggs also support your neuromuscular system in a unique way. The combination of B vitamins, choline, and complete protein improves the coordination between your nervous system and your muscles. This means smoother movements, steadier steps, and better balance, all critical factors in preventing falls. How to eat eggs for maximum benefit. The best preparation method is boiled eggs, either soft-boiled or hard-boiled. Boiling retains all the nutrients without adding extra fat or calories. If you prefer scrambled or fried eggs, use a small amount of olive oil or butter, and keep the heat medium to avoid oxidizing the cholesterol in the yolk. Always eat the entire egg white and yolk together. Some people worry about cholesterol, but recent research has debunked the myth that dietary cholesterol significantly raises blood cholesterol for most people. In fact, the nutrients in eggs help regulate cholesterol metabolism. Timing is crucial. Eat your eggs within 60 minutes of waking up. This is when your body is most receptive to protein and when you need to break the overnight fast. For variety and added benefits, try these combinations. Soft-boiled eggs with spinach. Spinach adds magnesium and iron, both excellent for muscle function. Scrambled eggs with tomatoes. Tomatoes provide lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that reduces muscle inflammation. Hard-boiled eggs with a pinch of sea salt and black pepper. Simple and effective egg omelet with mushrooms and onions. Mushrooms add vitamin D and B vitamins. Start with 2 whole eggs each morning. Do this consistently for 30 days, and you'll likely notice tangible differences. Fewer leg cramps, especially at night, more strength when standing up or climbing stairs, better balance when walking, less fatigue in your legs by the end of the day. That simple morning egg isn't just breakfast. It's your first line of defense against silent muscle decline. It's medicine you can eat. And unlike actual medicine, it has 0 side effects and costs less than $1 per serving. Food 2. Oatmeal with chia seeds, the endurance builder. While eggs act as immediate muscle fuel, providing the protein and amino acids your body needs to stop breaking down tissue, oatmeal offers something different but equally important: sustained energy that keeps your muscles fueled throughout the entire morning. Think of eggs as the spark that ignites muscle repair, and oatmeal as the steady flame that keeps the process going. Together, they create a powerful 1-2 punch that addresses both immediate and long-term muscle needs. Let me explain why this combination is so effective for seniors trying to preserve leg strength. The power of beta-glucan. Oats contain a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This isn't ordinary fiber. Beta-glucan has several unique properties that make it incredibly valuable for muscle health. First, it slows down digestion, which means the carbohydrates in oatmeal are released into your bloodstream gradually rather than all at once. This prevents blood sugar spikes and crashes, which is especially important for adults over 60 whose glucose metabolism naturally becomes less efficient. Stable blood sugar means stable energy, which means your muscles have a consistent fuel supply throughout the morning. Second, beta-glucan reduces inflammation at a cellular level. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden enemies of muscle health. It interferes with muscle protein synthesis, impairs recovery, and accelerates age-related muscle loss. By reducing inflammation, beta-glucan creates an internal environment where your muscles can actually rebuild and strengthen. Third, beta-glucan enhances nutrient absorption. It helps your intestinal cells function more efficiently, which means you extract more vitamins, minerals, and amino acids from the food you eat. For seniors whose digestive systems may not work as efficiently as they used to, this is critically important. Why chia seeds are a game changer. Chia seeds might look like tiny black specks, but they're nutritional powerhouses, especially for leg muscles. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds delivers omega-3 fatty acids. These reduce muscle inflammation and improve muscle protein synthesis. Studies show that omega-3s help older adults maintain muscle mass even during periods of reduced activity. Calcium, essential for muscle contractions. When you walk, stand, or climb stairs, calcium ions flood into your muscle cells, triggering the contraction. Without adequate calcium, muscles can't contract properly. Potassium works with sodium to maintain the electrical charge across muscle cell membranes. This charge is what allows muscles to contract and relax smoothly. Magnesium, often called the relaxation mineral, magnesium is critical for preventing leg cramps. It helps muscles relax after contracting. Low magnesium is one of the most common causes of nighttime leg cramps in seniors. Together, these minerals create what's called electrolyte balance, the proper ratio of minerals that allows your muscles to function optimally. When electrolyte balance is off, you experience cramping, muscle twitching, weakness, and even heart rhythm disturbances. The nighttime cramp connection. If you suffer from leg cramps at night, those sudden, painful spasms that wake you up and leave you gasping, the oatmeal and chia seed combination specifically targets this problem. Here's why nighttime cramps happen and how this breakfast prevents them. During sleep, your muscles are relaxed but they still need proper mineral balance to stay calm. When magnesium or potassium levels drop too low, muscle cells become hyperexcitable. They start firing randomly, causing involuntary contractions, cramps. Chia seeds provide a concentrated source of magnesium and potassium that gets absorbed slowly throughout the day, maintaining stable levels even at night. Many of David's nighttime cramps disappeared within 2 weeks of adding chia seeds to his morning oatmeal. How to prepare the perfect bowl. Here's the exact method I recommend. 1. Use 3 tablespoons about 30 g of rolled oats. Not instant oats. Those are too processed and lack the beneficial fiber. Use old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. 2. Cook with water or unsweetened nut milk. If you're using water, bring it to a boil first, then add the oats and reduce to a simmer for 5 minutes. If using nut milk, almond, cashew, or oat milk, use about 1 cup of liquid for 3 tablespoons of oats. 3. Stir in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds while the oatmeal is still cooking. The chia seeds will absorb liquid and create a thicker, creamier texture. They'll also become more digestible. 4. Add natural flavor enhancers. Half a sliced banana for potassium and natural sweetness. A handful of blueberries for antioxidants that reduce muscle inflammation. A sprinkle of cinnamon, which helps regulate blood sugar. A small drizzle of raw honey if you need extra sweetness, but keep it minimal. 5. Eat it warm within 1 hour of waking. The warmth actually helps with digestion and nutrient absorption, especially for seniors whose digestive systems work better with warm foods. What you'll notice: when you eat this combination consistently, here's what typically happens. Week 1 to 2, better sustained energy in the morning. No more mid-morning crashes or that sluggish feeling. Your digestive system starts working more smoothly. Week 3 to 4, improved balance and stability when standing or walking. The consistent nutrient supply to your muscles means they respond more predictably. You might notice you're not gripping handrails as tightly or needing to steady yourself as often. Week 4 to 6, significant reduction in leg cramps, particularly at night. Many people report their cramps disappear completely. This is the magnesium and potassium taking effect. Week 6 to 8, increased endurance. Walking distances that used to tire you out become manageable. Stairs feel less daunting. You have more energy throughout the entire day, not just the morning. One woman in her 70s told me she had suffered from nighttime leg cramps for over a decade. Nothing helped. Not stretching, not medications, not massage. Within 3 weeks of adding chia seeds to her morning oatmeal, the cramps stopped. She called it a miracle. But it wasn't a miracle, it was simply giving her body the nutrients it had been desperately lacking. Important notes: drink plenty of water throughout the day. Chia seeds absorb a lot of liquid, so staying hydrated is important if you have diabetes. Monitor your blood sugar response. While oatmeal has a moderate glycemic index, everyone responds differently. If you're on blood thinners, check with your doctor before adding chia seeds, as omega-3s can have mild blood thinning effects. This breakfast isn't just healthy food. It's a foundation, a daily practice that signals to your body, I'm taking care of you. I'm giving you what you need to stay strong. And when you do that consistently, your body responds. Your muscles rebuild. Your strength returns. Your confidence grows. Food 3. Bananas, nature's electrolyte powerhouse. If there's one fruit that deserves to be called a leg saver, it's the humble banana. Yet most people have no idea just how powerful this simple fruit is for preventing muscle loss, eliminating cramps, and maintaining the strength and stability you need to walk confidently. Let me share something that might surprise you. The most common nutritional deficiency causing leg problems in seniors isn't calcium, vitamin D, or even protein. It's potassium. And bananas are nature's most convenient, affordable, and effective source of this critical mineral. The potassium connection. A medium-sized banana provides approximately 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium, about 10% of your daily needs. But to understand why this matters so much for your legs, you need to understand what potassium actually does in your muscle cells. Every single time you take a step, stand up from a chair, or shift your weight, an incredibly complex electrical process occurs in your leg muscles. Think of your muscles as batteries. They maintain an electrical charge across their cell membranes using sodium on the outside and potassium on the inside. When your brain sends a signal to your leg to contract, channels open in the muscle cell membrane. Sodium rushes in, potassium rushes out, and this rapid exchange of charged particles creates the electrical impulse that makes your muscle contract. After the contraction, your muscle cells have to pump potassium back inside and sodium back outside to recharge the battery and prepare for the next contraction. This process happens millions of times per day in your leg muscles. Now here's the critical part. When you don't have enough potassium, this electrical system malfunctions. The muscle cells can't maintain their proper charge. They become hyperexcitable, they fire randomly when they shouldn't, or they fail to fire when they should. The result? Cramps, twitching, weakness, and that feeling of your legs giving out unexpectedly. The Harvard research. Researchers at Harvard Medical School conducted a comprehensive study on leg cramps and potassium intake in older adults. They found that seniors who regularly consumed potassium-rich foods like bananas were 33% less likely to experience leg cramps compared to those who didn't get enough potassium. But even more interesting was what they discovered about the timing of cramps. Nighttime leg cramps, those sudden, painful spasms that wake you up at 2 a.m., were specifically linked to low evening potassium levels. Your body uses potassium throughout the day, and by evening, if you haven't replenished it, your levels drop below the threshold your muscles need to stay relaxed during sleep. This is why eating a banana in the morning is so strategic. It replenishes your potassium stores early in the day, ensuring your muscles have adequate supply for the next 24 hours. Beyond cramping, potassium's other roles. Potassium doesn't just prevent cramps. It plays several other critical roles in maintaining leg strength and function. 1. Nerve communication. Your nerves use electrical signals to communicate with your muscles. These signals depend on potassium. When potassium is low, nerve signals become weak or distorted. This is why potassium deficiency often causes numbness, tingling, or that pins and needles sensation in your legs and feet. 2. Blood pressure and circulation. Potassium helps relax blood vessel walls, improving blood flow to your leg muscles. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, and waste products like lactic acid get cleared away more efficiently. This translates to less fatigue, faster recovery, and better endurance. 3. Fluid balance. Potassium works with sodium to regulate fluid balance in and around your cells. Proper fluid balance prevents swelling in your legs and feet, a common problem for seniors that makes walking difficult and uncomfortable. 4. Bone health. Recent research shows that potassium helps preserve calcium in bones and may slow bone loss. Since strong bones provide the framework your leg muscles pull against, bone health and muscle health are intimately connected. The vitamin B6 factor. Bananas also contain a significant amount of vitamin B6, about 0.4 milligrams per medium banana. B6 is essential for synthesizing neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that allow your brain to communicate with your muscles. Specifically, B6 helps produce serotonin and dopamine, which influence motor control and coordination, GABA, which helps regulate muscle tone and prevents overstimulation, norepinephrine, which supports the fight or flight response that helps you catch yourself if you trip. Better nerve communication means better coordination, faster reaction times, and improved balance, all critical for preventing falls. Important cautions and considerations. While bananas are incredibly beneficial for most seniors, there are a few situations where you need to be careful. Type 2 diabetes or blood sugar concerns. Bananas contain natural sugars, about 14 grams per medium banana. For people with diabetes or insulin resistance, this can cause blood sugar spikes if eaten on an empty stomach. If you have diabetes, choose a slightly underripe, greenish, banana. These contain more resistant starch and less sugar, which means slower digestion and more stable blood sugar. Eat the banana after your main breakfast, not before. Pair it with protein and healthy fats, like with your eggs or Greek yogurt, to slow sugar absorption. Keep portions smaller. Half a banana might be sufficient. Monitor your blood sugar response to determine what works for your body. Kidney disease or chronic kidney disease, CKD. If you have impaired kidney function, your body may not be able to excrete excess potassium effectively. High potassium levels, hyperkalemia, can be dangerous, potentially causing heart rhythm problems. If you have kidney disease, consult your doctor before increasing potassium intake. They may recommend limiting bananas or choosing lower potassium fruits. Regular blood tests can monitor your potassium levels. Medication interactions. Certain medications affect potassium levels. ACE inhibitors and ARBs, blood pressure medications, can increase potassium levels. Diuretics, water pills, can either increase or decrease potassium depending on the type. Potassium-sparing diuretics specifically can lead to potassium buildup. If you're on these medications, discuss banana consumption with your healthcare provider. They can adjust your medications or advise on appropriate intake. How to eat bananas for maximum benefit. Timing. The best time to eat a banana is after your main breakfast, not on an empty stomach. After you've had your eggs or oatmeal, add the banana. This approach prevents blood sugar spikes by slowing digestion, ensures better potassium absorption when combined with other nutrients, provides sustained energy rather than a quick sugar rush. Combinations that enhance absorption. Banana sliced over oatmeal with chia seeds. The healthy fats in chia help absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Banana with Greek yogurt. The protein slows digestion and stabilizes blood sugar. Banana with a small handful of nuts. The healthy fats and protein create a balanced snack. Ripeness matters. Underripe, greenish, lower sugar, more resistant starch, better for blood sugar control. Ripe, yellow with a few brown spots, easier to digest, more antioxidants, sweeter taste very ripe, brown highest sugar content, fastest digestion, easiest on sensitive stomachs. For most healthy seniors, one small to medium banana per day is sufficient. You'll get the potassium you need without overdoing the sugar intake. What results to expect? When you start including a banana in your daily morning routine, here's the typical progression. Days 1 to 7, you probably won't notice dramatic changes yet, but your body is beginning to restore potassium balance. Some people notice slight improvements in energy levels. Days 7 to 14, leg cramps start to decrease in frequency and intensity. If you've been waking up with cramps, you might notice they're less severe or happening less often. Days 14 to 21, your muscles feel more responsive. That heavy, sluggish feeling in your legs improves. Walking feels slightly easier. Days 21 to 30, most people experience significant reduction or complete elimination of leg cramps. Balance improves noticeably. You might find you're not grabbing handrails as instinctively or steadying yourself as often. Beyond 30 days, sustained benefits. Your muscles maintain better tone and strength. Walking longer distances becomes comfortable again. Your confidence in your leg's ability to support you grows. One 72-year-old man told me he had suffered from nighttime leg cramps for 5 years. He tried everything: stretching exercises, magnesium supplements, prescription medications. Nothing worked consistently. His doctor finally suggested increasing his potassium intake through whole foods. He started eating one banana every morning after breakfast. Within 10 days, his cramps decreased by about half. Within a month, they were gone completely. He's been cramp-free for over a year now, and he calls his morning banana his insurance policy. A word about potassium supplements. You might be wondering, can I just take a potassium supplement instead of eating bananas? The answer is, it's not recommended without doctor supervision. Here's why. Potassium supplements are tightly regulated because too much potassium taken at once can be dangerous. Over-the-counter potassium supplements are limited to 99 milligrams per pill. That's less than 25% of what you get from one banana. More importantly, potassium from whole foods like bananas is absorbed more gradually and safely than supplements. Your body regulates the absorption naturally, preventing dangerous spikes. Plus, bananas provide fiber, vitamins, and other beneficial compounds that supplements can't match. The bottom line, for most healthy seniors, one banana in the morning is a simple, safe, affordable way to protect your leg muscles, eliminate cramps, and maintain the electrical balance your muscles need to function optimally. It's not just a fruit, it's a natural medicine that works with your body's own systems to restore strength and stability. Food 4, Greek yogurt, the morning muscle saver. While you sleep peacefully at night, something troubling is happening inside your body. Your muscles, particularly your leg muscles, are being broken down for energy. This is the catabolic state I mentioned earlier, and it's relentless. By the time you wake up, you've lost hours of potential muscle recovery. Greek yogurt is specifically designed to stop this process in its tracks. Let me explain why it's so uniquely powerful for seniors trying to preserve leg strength. What makes Greek yogurt different? Greek yogurt isn't just regular yogurt with a fancy name. It's made through a triple straining process that removes most of the liquid whey, lactose, and sugar. What remains is a thick, creamy product that's nearly twice as concentrated in protein as regular yogurt. Here's the comparison. Regular yogurt, 8 to 9 grams of protein per cup. Greek yogurt, 15 to 20 grams of protein per cup, depending on the brand. That difference is enormous when you're trying to preserve muscle mass after 60. But it's not just about protein quantity. It's about protein quality and timing. The casein advantage. Greek yogurt contains 2 types of protein, whey and casein. While whey digests quickly, within 1 to 2 hours, casein is different. It forms a gel-like substance in your stomach that digests slowly over 6 to 8 hours. Think of casein as a time-release protein capsule. It provides a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles throughout the entire morning, continuously signaling your body to stop breaking down muscle tissue and start building it instead. This is especially critical for seniors because muscle protein synthesis becomes less efficient with age. Your body needs a constant supply of amino acids to compensate for this reduced efficiency. Research from Maastricht University in the Netherlands demonstrated this powerfully. They studied older adults who consumed 20 grams of protein at breakfast, roughly what you get from a serving of Greek yogurt, while doing light daily activity. The results were striking. Within 6 weeks, participants showed notable improvements in leg strength and walking speed, significant reduction in nighttime leg cramps, better balance and coordination, increased confidence in daily activities. But here's what's truly remarkable. This happened without any intense exercise program. Just protein at breakfast and normal daily movement. The protein alone was enough to shift their bodies from muscle loss to muscle preservation. The leucine content. Remember leucine? It's that critical amino acid I mentioned with eggs, the one that acts as an anabolic trigger for muscle growth. Greek yogurt is loaded with leucine. A 170-gram serving of Greek yogurt contains approximately 2.5 grams of leucine. Research shows that older adults need about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to effectively stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Greek yogurt gets you there in a single serving. When leucine levels rise in your bloodstream, they activate a cellular pathway called mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. Think of mTOR as the master switch that controls whether your body builds or breaks down muscle. Leucine flips that switch to build. For seniors whose mTOR signaling naturally becomes less sensitive, getting enough leucine is absolutely critical. It's the difference between maintaining your legs or watching them weaken year after year. The calcium and vitamin D connection. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of calcium, about 200 to 250 milligrams per serving. But calcium isn't just for bones. It plays a vital role in muscle function. Every time your brain sends a signal to your leg muscles to contract, calcium ions flood into the muscle cells. This calcium influx is what triggers the actual contraction. Without adequate calcium, your muscles literally cannot work properly. You might think, but I take calcium supplements. That's good, but calcium from food sources is absorbed better, especially when it comes with other nutrients like vitamin D and protein that enhance absorption. Many brands of Greek yogurt are fortified with vitamin D, which serves 2 purposes. 1. It helps your body absorb the calcium more efficiently. 2. It supports muscle function directly. Vitamin D receptors are found in muscle tissue, and adequate vitamin D improves muscle strength, balance, and coordination. The probiotic benefit. High-quality Greek yogurt contains live probiotic cultures, beneficial bacteria that support gut health. You might wonder, what does gut health have to do with leg muscles? Actually, quite a lot. Your gut is where nutrient absorption happens. If your gut isn't healthy, you won't absorb the protein, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals your muscles need, even if you're eating them. Gut inflammation also contributes to systemic inflammation, which accelerates muscle loss. Probiotics help maintain a healthy gut lining, reduce inflammation, and improve nutrient absorption. This means the protein, calcium, and other nutrients in Greek yogurt, and all your other foods, get absorbed more efficiently. Several studies have shown that seniors with healthier gut microbiomes maintain more muscle mass and have better physical function compared to those with poor gut health. How to choose and use Greek yogurt. Not all Greek yogurt is created equal. Here's what to look for. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, full fat or 2%. The fat helps you feel satisfied and aids absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Brands that say, contains live and active cultures, organic when possible, to avoid antibiotics and hormones. Avoid flavored varieties. They contain added sugar, which promotes inflammation. Fat-free versions, less satisfying, and you miss out on fat-soluble nutrients. Yogurt with artificial sweeteners, products with a long list of additives and stabilizers. Serving size: 170 to 200 grams, about 3/4 to 1 cup, provides optimal protein for muscle maintenance. Best time to eat: within 60 minutes of waking, or immediately after light morning activity like a short walk or gentle stretching. Delicious and nutritious combinations. Plain Greek yogurt can taste quite tart on its own. Here are ways to enhance the flavor while adding even more muscle-supporting nutrients. The berry bowl. 170 g Greek yogurt handful of mixed berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed or chia seeds, sprinkle of cinnamon. Berries provide antioxidants that reduce muscle inflammation. Flaxseed adds omega-3s. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar. The tropical mix. 170 g Greek yogurt, small sliced banana, 1 tablespoon unsweetened coconut flakes, drizzle of raw honey, optional, use sparingly. The nutty crunch. 170 g Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons chopped walnuts or almonds, 1 teaspoon ground flaxseed, a few dark chocolate chips, 70% cacao or higher. Nuts add healthy fats, more protein, and vitamin E for muscle recovery. The simple classic. 170 g Greek yogurt, drizzle of pure maple syrup or honey, sprinkle of vanilla extract, pinch of cinnamon. Important considerations. Lactose intolerance. Even though Greek yogurt has less lactose than regular yogurt, due to the straining process, some people still experience digestive discomfort. If that's you, try lactose-free Greek yogurt. Many brands offer this. Look for Greek yogurt made from goat or sheep milk, which some people tolerate better. Consider Greek-style yogurt made from coconut milk or almond milk, though these have less protein. Take a lactose enzyme supplement before eating dairy. Digestive sensitivity. If you're not used to eating yogurt or dairy, start with smaller portions, maybe half a cup, and gradually increase over a week or two as your digestive system adapts. Sugar content. Even plain Greek yogurt contains some natural sugar, lactose. A typical serving has 5 to 8 grams. This is natural milk sugar and shouldn't cause concern for most people, but if you're diabetic, monitor your blood sugar response and pair the yogurt with fiber or healthy fats to slow absorption. What results to expect? When you incorporate Greek yogurt into your morning routine consistently, here's what typically happens. Week 1 to 2, you'll notice you feel fuller and more satisfied in the morning. The protein keeps hunger at bay better than carb-heavy breakfasts. Your energy levels become more stable, no mid-morning crashes. Week 3 to 4, you might notice your muscles feel slightly more responsive. That sluggish, heavy feeling in your legs starts to lift. If you've been experiencing digestive issues, they often improve as the probiotics take effect. Week 5 to 6, this is when many people notice the real changes. Getting up from chairs feels easier. Your legs feel stronger during daily activities. If you've been having nighttime cramps, they decrease significantly. Your balance might improve noticeably. Week 7 to 8 and beyond, the cumulative effects become obvious. You maintain muscle mass instead of losing it. Walking longer distances becomes comfortable. Stairs feel less daunting. You have more confidence in your body's ability to support you. One woman in her late 60s shared her experience with me. She had been slowly losing strength for years, struggling with stairs, unable to walk more than a block without feeling exhausted. Her doctor suggested she increase her protein intake. She started eating Greek yogurt every morning, a simple bowl with berries and a sprinkle of granola. She didn't change anything else about her diet or activity level at first. Within a month, she noticed she could walk to the corner store without getting winded. Within 2 months, she was climbing the stairs to her apartment without stopping halfway. Within 3 months, she joined a walking group and was doing 30-minute walks 3 times per week. She told me, "I thought I was just getting old and weak. I had accepted it. But it wasn't age, it was protein deficiency. Once I started feeding my muscles properly, they came back to life." That's the power of Greek yogurt. It's not a miracle food. It's simply giving your body what it needs to do what it's designed to do, maintain and build muscle. A note on protein timing throughout the day. While we're focusing on breakfast here, research shows that distributing protein evenly throughout the day is even more effective than eating it all at once. 20 to 30 grams at breakfast, Greek yogurt plus eggs covers this. 20-30 grams at lunch, chicken, fish, beans, or more Greek yogurt. 20-30 grams at dinner, lean meat, fish, tofu, or legumes. This consistent protein intake throughout the day keeps muscle protein synthesis elevated and minimizes muscle breakdown. Greek yogurt isn't just a trendy health food. For seniors fighting to maintain leg strength and independence, it's a strategic tool, an easy, affordable, delicious way to flip your body's muscle switch from breakdown 2 buildup. Food 5. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. The inflammation fighter. This might surprise you, but one of the hidden enemies destroying your leg muscles isn't aging, lack of exercise, or even poor diet. It's chronic inflammation, a silent fire burning throughout your body, slowly breaking down muscle tissue, interfering with recovery, and accelerating the weakness that steals your independence. And fatty fish is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. Let me explain why including salmon, mackerel, or sardines at least twice a week for breakfast is a game-changing strategy for supporting leg muscle recovery after 60. The omega-3 connection. Fatty fish are extraordinarily rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically 2 types called EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These aren't just healthy fats. They're signaling molecules that fundamentally change how your body responds to aging and muscle loss. Here's what omega-3s do for your leg muscles. 1. They reduce muscle inflammation. After age 60, your body produces more inflammatory compounds called cytokines. These cytokines interfere with muscle protein synthesis, your body's ability to build and repair muscle. They also increase muscle protein breakdown. It's a double assault on your muscles. EPA and DHA counter this by producing anti-inflammatory compounds called resolvins and protectins. These compounds actively turn off inflammation at the cellular level. Less inflammation means better muscle recovery, less pain, and improved strength. 2. They improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin isn't just for blood sugar control. It's also an anabolic hormone that helps shuttle amino acids into muscle cells for repair and growth. As you age, your muscles become less sensitive to insulin, a condition called insulin resistance. Omega-3s improve insulin sensitivity in muscle tissue. This means when you eat protein, your muscles can actually use it more effectively. The protein from your eggs, Greek yogurt, and other foods gets absorbed and utilized better when omega-3s are present. 3. They enhance protein uptake. Studies show that omega-3 supplementation increases the rate at which amino acids are incorporated into muscle tissue. In practical terms, this means the protein you're eating is more effective at building and maintaining muscle when you're also consuming omega-3s. 4. They support neuromuscular function. DHA is a major structural component of nerve cell membranes. Better nerve function means better communication between your brain and your leg muscles. This translates to improved coordination, faster reaction times, and better balance, all critical for preventing falls. The research. A groundbreaking study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked adults over 65 for 3 years. They compared 2 groups. Group 1 consumed 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Group 2 ate primarily red meat or no fish. The results were remarkable. Group 1 fish eaters retained 27% more leg muscle mass compared to Group 2. They also experienced improved walking speed and endurance, better balance and coordination, 36% lower risk of falls due to leg weakness, less pain and stiffness in leg joints. Think about what those numbers mean in real life. A 27% difference in muscle mass could be the difference between walking confidently and needing a walker. A 36% reduction in fall risk could literally save your life. Beyond omega-3s, the complete nutritional package. Salmon and other fatty fish aren't just omega-3 delivery systems. They're nutritional powerhouses that provide high-quality, easily digestible protein. A 100-gram serving of cooked salmon provides about 20 grams of protein. This protein is complete, meaning it contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need. It's also highly digestible. Your body can absorb and use about 95% of the protein from fish, compared to only 70 to 80% from plant proteins. Vitamin B12, critical for nerve health and the production of red blood cells that carry oxygen to your muscles. Many seniors are deficient in B12 because stomach acid production decreases with age, making it harder to absorb B12 from food. Fish is one of the best sources. Vitamin D. A 100-gram serving of salmon provides about 400 to 600 IU of vitamin D, more than half your daily needs. Vitamin D supports muscle contraction, balance, and coordination. Low vitamin D levels are strongly associated with muscle weakness, falls, and fractures in seniors. Selenium, an antioxidant mineral that protects muscle cells from oxidative damage during exercise and daily activity. It also supports thyroid function, which regulates metabolism and energy levels. Astaxanthin, in salmon, this is the compound that gives salmon its pink color. It's a powerful antioxidant that reduces muscle fatigue, improves endurance, and speeds recovery. Some research suggests it's 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant. How to incorporate fatty fish into breakfast. I know what you might be thinking. Fish for breakfast? That seems unusual. But in many cultures around the world, Japan, Scandinavia, Mediterranean countries, fish at breakfast is perfectly normal and traditional. Here are several delicious, easy ways to include fatty fish in your morning routine. Simple pan-seared salmon. Heat 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil in a skillet over medium heat. Season a 100-150 g salmon fillet with sea salt, black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon. Cook 3 to 4 minutes per side until the flesh flakes. Easily serve with roasted sweet potato, steamed asparagus, or a side salad. This takes less than 10 minutes to prepare and provides an incredibly nutrient-dense, satisfying breakfast. Smoked salmon scramble. Scramble 2 to 3 eggs in butter or olive oil. Add 50 g smoked salmon, torn into pieces, near the end of cooking. Season with black pepper, fresh dill, and chives. Serve on whole grain toast or with sliced tomatoes. This combines the protein power of eggs with the omega-3s of salmon, an unbeatable combination. Mediterranean breakfast bowl. Plain Greek yogurt as a base. Top with smoked salmon pieces. Add cucumber slices, cherry tomatoes, olives, and red onion. Drizzle with olive oil and sprinkle with za'atar or dried oregano. This is refreshing, protein-packed, and full of anti-inflammatory compounds. Sardine toast. Mash 2 to 3 sardines from a tin with a fork. Mix with a squeeze of lemon juice and black pepper. Spread on whole grain toast. Top with sliced avocado and arugula. Sardines are incredibly affordable and one of the most sustainable fish options. They're also loaded with calcium, if you eat the soft bones, and vitamin D. Mackerel salad. Flake cooked mackerel over mixed greens. Add sliced hard-boiled eggs, cherry tomatoes, and cucumber. Dress with olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. Important considerations. For those with digestive issues, if you have trouble digesting fatty foods, gallbladder issues, fatty liver, or high cholesterol, follow these guidelines. Eat fish early in the morning when digestive enzymes are more active. Start with smaller portions, 50-75 g instead of 100-150 g. Choose baked or steamed preparations instead of pan-fried. Consider a digestive enzyme supplement that includes lipase. Consult your doctor. Avoid eating fish with other high-fat foods in the same meal. Mercury concerns. Some people worry about mercury in fish. Here's what you need to know. Low mercury fish, safe to eat frequently. Salmon, sardines, anchovies, herring, trout. Moderate mercury, limit to 1 to 2 times per week. Halibut, mahi-mahi. High mercury, avoid or eat rarely. Shark, swordfish, king mackerel, tilefish. For the fish I'm recommending, salmon, mackerel, sardines, mercury is not a significant concern. The benefits far outweigh any risks. Sustainability. Choose wild-caught salmon when possible. Look for sardines and mackerel from sustainable fisheries. Farmed salmon can be a good option if it's from responsible farms. Alternatives if fresh fish isn't available. High-quality canned fish. Wild-caught salmon, in water, not oil. Sardines in water or olive oil. Mackerel in water. Canned fish retains most of the omega-3s and protein. It's affordable, convenient, and has a long shelf life. Fish oil supplements. If you absolutely cannot eat fish, high-quality fish oil supplements can provide EPA and DHA. Look for pharmaceutical-grade omega-3 supplements. At least 1,000 milligrams combined EPA plus DHA per day. Third-party tested for purity and mercury. Stored in dark bottles and kept refrigerated. However, whole fish is always preferable because you get protein, vitamins, and other beneficial compounds that supplements can't provide. What to expect? Unlike some of the other foods on this list, the benefits of omega-3s build gradually over time. Weeks 1 to 2, You probably won't notice dramatic changes, but at the cellular level, inflammation markers are beginning to decrease. Weeks 3 to 4. Joint stiffness and muscle soreness often start to improve. Many people report their legs feel less achy, especially in the morning. Weeks 5 to 8. Balance and coordination typically improve noticeably. The anti-inflammatory effects are fully engaged and nerve-muscle communication is enhanced. Months 2 to 3. Walking endurance increases. Muscles recover faster from activity. Fall risk decreases as balance and reaction times improve. Months 3 to 6. Measurable increases in muscle mass and strength if you're also eating adequate protein from eggs, Greek yogurt, and other sources. One 71-year-old man told me he had struggled with stiff, painful legs for years. Every morning felt like his joints were rusty. He started eating salmon for breakfast twice a week and added sardine toast once a week. Within a month, the morning stiffness was noticeably better. Within 3 months, he felt like he had oiled the machine. His legs moved more smoothly. Walking was comfortable again. He even started hiking short trails with his wife, something he hadn't done in 5 years. The synergistic effect. Here's what makes this approach so powerful. Fatty fish doesn't work in isolation. When you combine it with the other foods we've discussed, eggs for protein and leucine, oatmeal for sustained energy, bananas for potassium, Greek yogurt for calcium and probiotics, you create a comprehensive nutritional strategy that addresses muscle loss from multiple angles simultaneously. The omega-3s make the protein more effective. The protein provides building blocks for muscle. The potassium ensures proper muscle contraction. The probiotics improve nutrient absorption. Everything works together synergistically. This is why David experienced such dramatic results. He wasn't just eating one miracle food, he was creating a nutritional environment where his body could finally do what it was designed to do, maintain and rebuild muscle tissue. Fatty fish acts like a natural lubricant for your muscles, keeping them supple, resilient, and ready for recovery. Even a single weekly serving provides significant benefits. 2 to 3 servings per week can be truly transformative for leg strength, balance, and overall physical function after 60. Bonus food, sweet potatoes with Celtic sea salt, the hidden game changer. If you're surprised that I'm including a simple vegetable as a bonus food for rebuilding leg strength, you're not alone. Most people think of sweet potatoes as just a healthy side dish. But for seniors fighting muscle loss, this humble root vegetable combined with the right type of salt creates an unexpectedly powerful effect on leg function. Let me explain the science behind why this works. The complex carbohydrate advantage. After sleeping 7 to 9 hours without food, your muscle glycogen stores, the carbohydrate energy reserves stored in your muscles, are depleted. If you don't replenish these stores quickly with the right type of carbohydrate, your body continues breaking down muscle tissue for energy. This is where sweet potatoes become critical. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates that replenish muscle glycogen without spiking blood sugar. Unlike simple carbs, white bread, pastries, sugar, which cause rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes, sweet potatoes release glucose gradually into your bloodstream. Here's why this matters for your legs. 1. Sustained energy without fatigue. When blood sugar spikes, your body releases large amounts of insulin to bring it back down. This often causes blood sugar to drop too low, leading to that mid-morning crash where your legs feel heavy, weak, and tired. Sweet potatoes prevent this roller coaster. They provide steady, sustained energy that keeps your leg muscles fueled throughout the morning. 2. Improved insulin sensitivity. Regular consumption of complex carbs like sweet potatoes actually improves how your muscles respond to insulin. Better insulin sensitivity means your muscles can absorb glucose more efficiently for energy and amino acids more effectively for repair. 3. Reduced cortisol levels. When you skip carbohydrates, especially in the morning, your body produces more cortisol, a stress hormone. Elevated cortisol actively breaks down muscle tissue. By eating sweet potatoes, you keep cortisol levels in check, protecting your muscles from unnecessary breakdown. The nutrient density factor. Beyond complex carbohydrates, sweet potatoes are loaded with nutrients that specifically support leg health. Potassium, 541 milligrams per medium sweet potato, even more potassium than a banana. This supports muscle contraction, prevents cramps, and maintains proper nerve signaling to your legs. Magnesium, 32 milligrams per medium sweet potato, often called the muscle relaxation mineral. Magnesium is critical for preventing cramps and muscle tightness. It works in partnership with calcium. Calcium triggers muscle contraction. Magnesium allows muscle relaxation. Without enough magnesium, muscles stay contracted, leading to cramps, stiffness, and spasms. Manganese, 28% of daily value. This trace mineral is essential for bone health and the formation of connective tissue. Strong connective tissue, tendons, ligaments, supports your muscles and joints, allowing smooth, pain-free movement. Vitamin C, 37% of daily value. Vitamin C is required for collagen production. Collagen is the protein that makes up tendons, ligaments, and blood vessel walls. Better collagen means stronger connective tissue, better circulation to leg muscles, and faster recovery from microtears that occur during daily activity. Vitamin A, 438% of daily value, critical for immune function and reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation accelerates muscle loss, so vitamin A helps protect your muscles from inflammatory damage. Fiber, 4 grams per medium sweet potato, slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which improves nutrient absorption, and promotes satiety so you feel satisfied and energized. The Celtic sea salt secret. Now here's where this breakfast becomes truly special. Adding Celtic sea salt, or other unrefined mineral salts like Himalayan pink salt. Most people think of salt as something to avoid, but that's only true for refined table salt. Celtic sea salt is completely different. What makes Celtic sea salt special? Unlike table salt, which is stripped of all minerals except sodium chloride, Celtic sea salt contains over 80 trace minerals in their natural ratios: magnesium, calcium, potassium, zinc, iron, copper, and many others. These minerals serve critical functions in muscle health. Sodium and chloride, essential for maintaining proper fluid balance, nerve signal transmission, and muscle contractions. When sodium levels are too low, hyponatremia, muscles become weak and prone to cramping. Trace minerals work synergistically with major minerals to support enzyme function, energy production, and cellular repair throughout your body. When you sprinkle Celtic sea salt on sweet potatoes, you're not just adding flavor, you're creating an electrolyte balancing powerhouse that helps your muscles contract smoothly, prevents cramps, and maintains proper hydration at the cellular level. The research. A study from the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition tracked older adults who consumed high-fiber breakfasts supplemented with mineral-rich unrefined salt for 90 days. The results were stunning. 41% improvement in balance scores, nearly 50% reduction in fall, significant decrease in leg cramps and muscle spasms, improved walking speed and confidence. The researchers concluded that the combination of complex carbohydrates, natural minerals, and adequate hydration created an optimal internal environment for muscle function and balance. How to prepare sweet potatoes for maximum benefit. The morning protocol. This specific preparation method maximizes nutrient absorption and muscle supporting effects. Step 1. Choose a medium-sized sweet potato, about 150-200 g. Look for ones with deep orange flesh. These contain more beta-carotene and nutrients. Step 2. Wash thoroughly but don't peel. The skin contains concentrated nutrients and fiber. Step 3. Steam or boil until tender, 15 to 20 minutes for steaming, 25 to 30 for boiling. Steaming preserves more nutrients than boiling. Step 4. Cut in half and sprinkle with a small pinch, 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon, of Celtic sea salt while still warm. Step 5. Eat 10 to 15 minutes before your main breakfast with a glass of warm water. Why this timing and sequence matters. Eating the sweet potato first with warm water helps prime your digestive system. The warm water signals your stomach to start producing digestive enzymes. The sweet potato provides easily digestible carbohydrates that kickstart your metabolism without overwhelming your system. Then, 10 to 15 minutes later, when you eat your protein-rich main breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, etc., Your body is ready to absorb and utilize those nutrients optimally. Alternative preparation methods. Roasted sweet potato wedges. Cut sweet potato into wedges. Toss with a small amount of olive oil and Celtic salt. Roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit 200 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. Eat warm as part of your breakfast plate. Sweet potato mash. Steam or boil sweet potato until very soft. Mash with a fork. Mix in a small pinch of Celtic salt and a tiny amount of butter or olive oil. Serve alongside scrambled eggs or salmon. Sweet potato toast. Slice sweet potato lengthwise into a 1/4 inch thick slices. Toast in toaster on high for 2 to 3 cycles, or until tender. Top with mashed avocado, smoked salmon, or almond butter. Sprinkle with Celtic salt. What results to expect? The effects of sweet potatoes with Celtic salt are often noticeable surprisingly quickly. Days 1 to 5. Increased morning energy. That sluggish, heavy feeling in your legs improves. Blood sugar feels more stable. No mid-morning crashes. Days 5 to 10. Reduction in muscle cramps, especially at night. The electrolyte balancing effect of the minerals takes hold. Days 10 to 20. Improved balance and coordination. Many people report feeling more grounded and stable on their feet. Walking feels smoother and more confident. Days 20 to 30. Noticeable increase in leg strength. Climbing stairs feels easier. Standing up from chairs requires less effort. Endurance during walks improves. Beyond 30 days, sustained benefits. Your body maintains better electrolyte balance, your muscles stay properly fueled, and the nutrients support long-term muscle preservation. One 74-year-old woman told me she had been experiencing numbness and tingling in her feet for over a year. Her doctor couldn't find any medical cause, no diabetes, no nerve damage, nothing. She felt like she was walking on cotton balls, unable to feel the ground properly. This made her balance terrible and left her terrified of falling. She started eating half a steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt every morning. Within 2 weeks, the numbness started to improve. Within a month, sensation had returned to her feet. She could feel the ground again. Her balance improved dramatically. She told me she felt like she had come back into her body. Important notes and cautions. For those with diabetes or blood sugar concerns, sweet potatoes do contain carbohydrates, about 27 g per medium potato. If you have diabetes, start with a smaller portion, 1/3 to 1/2 sweet potato. Always pair with protein and healthy fats to slow glucose absorption. Monitor your blood sugar response. Consider eating sweet potato after your protein breakfast rather than before. For those with kidney disease, sweet potatoes are high in potassium. If you have kidney disease, consult your doctor before increasing sweet potato consumption, as impaired kidneys may not excrete excess potassium properly. For those with high blood pressure, while Celtic sea salt is less likely to spike blood pressure than refined salt, due to its balanced mineral content, if you have hypertension, use a very small amount of salt, just a light sprinkle. Monitor your blood pressure response. Consult with your doctor. Stay well hydrated. Don't overdo it. More isn't always better. 1 medium sweet potato per day is sufficient. Eating too many can lead to excess vitamin A accumulation, though this is rare, or too many carbohydrates for your needs. The complete morning picture. When you combine sweet potatoes with Celtic salt alongside the other 4 foods we've discussed, you create a comprehensive nutritional strategy that addresses every aspect of muscle preservation. Eggs provide the protein and leucine to trigger muscle building. Oatmeal with chia seeds delivers sustained energy and anti-inflammatory omega-3. Bananas supply potassium for proper muscle contraction. Greek yogurt offers slow-release protein and probiotics. Fatty fish reduces inflammation and enhances protein utilization. Sweet potatoes with Celtic salt replenish energy stores and balance electrolytes. Together, these foods create a synergistic effect that's far more powerful than any single food alone. They address muscle loss from every angle: protein synthesis, inflammation reduction, energy supply, electrolyte balance, and nutrient absorption. This isn't about eating perfectly. It's about strategic nutrition, choosing foods that specifically target the mechanisms causing muscle loss in your legs and giving your body what it needs to rebuild strength and maintain independence. 5 morning habits that multiply your results. Eating the right breakfast is crucial, But pairing it with these 5 simple habits creates an even more powerful effect. These habits take less than 15 minutes total but can dramatically accelerate your progress. Habit 1. Drink warm water with sea salt upon waking. Before you do anything else, before coffee, before checking your phone, before getting out of bed, drink a glass of warm water with a small pinch of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. Why this works? After 7 to 9 hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. Your blood volume is lower, circulation is sluggish, and your cells are depleted of electrolytes. This is one reason you might feel stiff, groggy, or weak when you first wake up. Warm water with sea salt rehydrates your system immediately and restores electrolyte balance. The sodium and trace minerals help your muscles wake up and prepare for movement. The warm temperature stimulates blood flow and digestion. How to do it? Keep a glass bottle of filtered water and a small container of Celtic sea salt on your nightstand. When you wake up, add 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt to 8 to 12 ounces of room temperature or warm water. Stir until dissolved. Drink slowly over 5 minutes while still in bed or sitting on the edge of your bed. Wait 10 to 15 minutes before standing up fully. What you'll notice? Within days, you'll feel more alert when you wake up. That brain fog lifts faster. Your legs feel less stiff. Morning cramps decrease or disappear entirely. Your first steps feel steadier and more confident. Many seniors report this simple habit eliminated their morning dizziness and reduced their fear of falling when getting out of bed. Habit 2. Gentle leg lifts and balance exercises, 3 minutes. After drinking your water and before eating breakfast, spend just 3 minutes doing simple leg exercises. You don't need equipment. You don't need to get dressed. You can do this in your pajamas right next to your bed. The exercise sequence. Single leg lifts, 1 minute. Stand next to your bed or a sturdy chair for support. Lift your right foot 2 to 4 inches off the ground. Hold for 10 seconds. Count slowly, 1001, 1002, etc. Lower slowly. Repeat with left foot. Do 3 repetitions per leg. This activates your hip flexors, quadriceps, and core stabilizing muscles. Calf raises, 1 minute. Stand with feet hip-width apart, holding on to support. Slowly rise up onto your toes as high as comfortable. Hold for 3 seconds. Lower slowly, taking 3 seconds to come back down. Repeat 10 times. This strengthens your calf muscles, improves ankle stability, and enhances blood circulation from your legs back to your heart. Balance holds, 1 minute. Stand next to support but not touching it. Shift your weight onto your right leg. Lift your left foot just barely off the ground, 1 inch. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds while breathing normally. Switch legs. Repeat 2 times per leg. This improves proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space, strengthens stabilizing muscles, and builds confidence in your balance. Why this works? Exercise, even gentle exercise, signals your body to build muscle instead of breaking it down. It increases blood flow to your legs, warms up your joints and muscles, and activates the neural pathways between your brain and legs. When you do this before breakfast, you create an anabolic environment. Your body enters a muscle-building state. Then, when you eat your protein-rich breakfast, those nutrients are immediately directed toward muscle repair and growth. Research shows that eating protein within 30 to 60 minutes after exercise, even light exercise, enhances muscle protein synthesis by up to 50% compared to eating protein alone. What you'll notice? Within a week, these exercises will feel easier. Within 2 weeks, your balance will noticeably improve. Within a month, you'll feel stronger, steadier, and more confident in your leg's ability to support you. Habit 3. Never rush out of bed. This might seem too simple to matter, but how you get out of bed each morning has a profound impact on your fall risk, circulation, and leg function. Many seniors injure themselves first thing in the morning, not because they're weak or clumsy, but because they stand up too quickly before their body is ready. The safe morning sequence. Step 1. Wake and breathe, 30 seconds. When you first wake up, don't immediately sit up. Stay lying down. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat 3 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, reduces morning anxiety, and helps regulate your blood pressure before you change positions. Step 2. Gentle movement, 30 seconds, while still lying down. Rotate your ankles in circles, 10 times each direction. Flex and point your toes, bend and straighten your knees a few times, rotate your wrists. This gets blood flowing to your extremities and wakes up your joints before you put weight on them. Step 3. Sit up slowly, 15 seconds, roll onto your side first, then use your arms to push yourself up to sitting. Never sit straight up from lying down. This can cause dizziness, especially in older adults whose blood pressure regulation is slower. Step 4. Sit on the edge, 30 to 60 seconds. Sit on the edge of your bed with feet flat on the floor. This gives your cardiovascular system time to adjust. If you feel dizzy, wait longer. During this time, do your ankle and wrist rotations. Take a few more deep breaths. Drink your sea salt water if you haven't already. Step 5. Stand slowly when you feel ready. Push off with your arms and stand up slowly. Keep one hand on the bed or nightstand for support until you feel steady. Why this matters? Orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing, is incredibly common in older adults. It causes dizziness, lightheadedness, and is a leading cause of falls and injuries. By getting up slowly and deliberately, you give your body time to adjust. You prevent dizziness. You reduce fall risk dramatically. Additionally, the gentle movements before standing increase circulation to your legs, making them more responsive and steady when you finally put weight on them. What you'll notice? You'll feel steadier and more grounded when you stand. Morning dizziness will decrease or disappear. Your confidence will increase because you're not afraid of falling first thing in the morning. Habit 4. Get morning sunlight, 5 to 10 minutes. Within 30 minutes of waking, get outside or sit by a sunny window for 5 to 10 minutes. This simple habit has profound effects on leg strength, bone health, mood, and sleep quality. Why morning sunlight is critical? Vitamin D production. Your skin produces vitamin D when exposed to UVB rays from sunlight. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, which strengthens bones, muscle contraction and coordination, balance, and proprioception, immune function. Studies show that seniors with low vitamin D levels have significantly weaker leg muscles, worse balance, and higher fall risk compared to those with adequate levels. Just 10 minutes of morning sunlight on your arms and face can produce about 1,000 IU of vitamin D, a substantial portion of your daily needs. Circadian rhythm regulation. Morning sunlight resets your body's internal clock. This improves sleep quality at night. Better sleep equals better muscle recovery, energy levels during the day, mood and cognitive function, hormone regulation, including hormones that affect muscle growth. Improved mood and reduced depression. Sunlight triggers serotonin production in your brain. Higher serotonin means better mood, less depression, and more motivation to stay active, all of which protect your muscles. How to do it? Step outside onto your porch, patio, or yard. If you can't go outside, sit by a window where direct sunlight comes through. Note: glass blocks some UVB rays, so outside is better. You don't need to exercise. Just sit or stand in the sunlight. Expose your arms, face, and legs if possible. Wear shorts or roll up your sleeves. 5-10 minutes is enough. You don't need to stay longer. Don't wear sunglasses during this time. Your eyes need to detect the light to regulate your circadian rhythm, but never look directly at the sun. Best timing. Ideally within 30 to 60 minutes of waking, when the sun is lower in the sky and UVB rays are optimal. Avoid midday sun, which is too intense and can damage skin. What you'll notice? Within a week, you'll likely sleep better at night. Within 2 weeks, your energy levels during the day improve. Within a month, if you've been deficient in vitamin D, you may notice improved leg strength, better balance, and less joint stiffness. One 68-year-old man told me he had struggled with insomnia and morning fatigue for years. He started sitting on his porch for 10 minutes each morning with his coffee. Within 3 weeks, he was sleeping through the night and waking up feeling refreshed, something he hadn't experienced in over a decade. Habit 5. Never skip or delay breakfast. This final habit is perhaps the most critical, yet it's where most seniors fail. Many older adults simply aren't hungry in the morning. They're used to skipping breakfast or just having coffee. They tell themselves, "I'll eat when I'm hungry," which might be 11 a.m. or noon. But remember, Every hour you delay eating is another hour your body spends in a catabolic state, breaking down your precious leg muscles for energy. The rule: eat breakfast within 60 to 90 minutes of waking, even if you don't feel hungry. Why you might not feel hungry? Low morning hunger is often a sign that your metabolism has slowed down from years of skipping breakfast. Your body has adapted to not expecting food in the morning, so it doesn't send hunger signals. But this doesn't mean your body doesn't need food. It does. It's just breaking down muscle tissue instead, which doesn't trigger hunger the same way depleting glucose stores does. What if you genuinely can't eat a full breakfast? Start small. 1 soft-boiled egg, half a cup of Greek yogurt, a small piece of sweet potato, a few spoonfuls of oatmeal. Even a small amount of protein and nutrients is vastly better than nothing. It stops muscle breakdown and signals your body to shift into an anabolic state. Over time, as your metabolism revs up, your morning appetite will return naturally. What if you feel nauseous eating in the morning? This often happens to people who have skipped breakfast for years. Your digestive system isn't prepared to process food early in the day. Try drinking your sea salt water first and waiting 15 to 20 minutes, starting with very easy to digest foods like banana or oatmeal, eating a smaller amount and gradually increasing over weeks. Avoiding coffee on an empty stomach. Coffee increases stomach acid, which can cause nausea. What about intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting has become popular, with many people deliberately skipping breakfast to fast for 16+ hours. While this approach might work for younger adults trying to lose weight, it's generally not appropriate for seniors trying to preserve muscle mass. Research shows that older adults need protein distributed throughout the day, including at breakfast, to maintain muscle. Fasting for extended periods accelerates muscle loss in people over 60. If you're currently doing intermittent fasting and experiencing muscle loss, weakness, or balance problems, I strongly encourage you to reconsider and start eating breakfast. The bottom line: never skip breakfast. Never delay it significantly. Make it a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, just like brushing your teeth or taking your medications. Your breakfast doesn't have to be elaborate. A simple meal with protein, healthy carbs, and good fats is all you need. But you must eat it consistently, at roughly the same time each morning, within 60 to 90 minutes of waking. Putting it all together, your new morning routine. Let me show you what an ideal morning looks like when you incorporate everything we've discussed. This routine takes about 45 minutes total, a small investment that can literally save your legs and your independence. 6:30 am, wake up. Stay lying down, take 3 deep breaths, drink warm water with sea salt while in bed, gentle ankle and wrist rotations. 6:35 am, get up slowly. Roll to side, sit up gradually, sit on edge of bed for 30 to 60 seconds, stand slowly with support. 6:40 am, morning movement. 3 minutes of gentle leg lifts and balance exercises next to your bed or in your bedroom. 6:45 am, morning sunlight. Step outside or sit by sunny window, 5-10 minutes of sunlight exposure. This is a great time to enjoy the morning peace, practice gratitude, or pray. 6:55 am, breakfast preparation. Prepare your sweet potato. If you prepped it the night before, just warm it. Prepare eggs, oatmeal, or Greek yogurt. 7 am, eat breakfast. Start with half a sweet potato and sea salt. Wait 10 minutes. Eat main breakfast: eggs, oatmeal with chia and banana, or Greek yogurt with berries. Include fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week. 7:20 am, light activity. Gentle walk around your house or yard, 5 to 10 minutes. Household chores. This helps with digestion and keeps your muscles active. 7:30 am, continue your day. You've set yourself up for success. Your muscles are fed, your energy is stable, your body is in an anabolic state. Sample breakfast combinations for the week. Not sure how to combine these foods? Here are 7 simple breakfast ideas, 1 for each day of the week. Monday, the classic. 2 soft-boiled eggs with sea salt and pepper, 1 slice whole grain toast with avocado, half a banana, green tea. Tuesday, the Mediterranean. Greek yogurt bowl with blueberries and walnuts, smoked salmon on cucumber slices, small sweet potato with Celtic salt. Wednesday, the comfort bowl. Oatmeal with chia seeds, sliced banana, and cinnamon, 1 hard-boiled egg on the side, herbal tea. Thursday, the power plate. Pan-seared salmon with roasted sweet potato, 2 scrambled eggs with spinach, fresh berries. Friday, the simple start. Greek yogurt parfait with banana and granola, small sweet potato with butter and sea salt, black coffee or tea. Saturday, the weekend special. Vegetable omelet, 2 to 3 eggs with tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, half a sweet potato with olive oil and sea salt, fresh fruit. Sunday, the traditional. Scrambled eggs with smoked salmon, oatmeal with chia seeds and mixed berries, small sweet potato. Note, these are suggestions, not strict rules. Mix and match based on your preferences, budget, and what's available. The key is including protein, eggs, Greek yogurt or fish, complex carbs, oatmeal or sweet potato, and potassium/minerals, banana or sweet potato with sea salt, most days. What to expect? Your 90-day transformation timeline. Let me paint a realistic picture of what happens when you commit to this morning routine consistently. Results vary by individual, but here's what typically occurs. Week 1 to 2, the foundation phase. Physical, slightly more morning energy. Digestive system adjusts. Sleep may improve. Emotional, might feel nothing dramatic yet. This is normal. Trust the process. Habits, still feels like effort to maintain routine. Requires conscious attention. Don't give up during this phase. Your body is adapting at the cellular level even if you can't feel it yet. Week 3 to 4, the first signs. Physical, morning stiffness decreases. Fewer or no nighttime leg cramps. Balance starts improving subtly. Emotional, small confidence boost. You're proving to yourself you can maintain this routine. Habits, starting to feel more automatic. Less mental effort required. This is when most people think, hey, something's actually happening. Week 5 to 8, noticeable changes. Physical, standing up from chairs feels easier. Climbing stairs is less daunting. Walking distances increase. Legs feel lighter, more responsive. Emotional, significant confidence boost. Hope returns that you can actually get stronger. Habits, routine feels natural now. You miss it when you skip it. This is the breakthrough phase, where results become obvious to you and others around you. Week 9 to 12, measurable progress. Physical, demonstrable improvements in strength, balance, endurance. You can walk farther, stand longer, move more confidently. Others notice and comment. Emotional, pride in your accomplishment. Reduced fear of falling. Increased independence. Habits, fully automatic. This is just how you live now. Month 4 to 6, transformation complete. Physical, you've likely regained significant muscle mass and strength. Balance is notably better. Coordination improved. You might be doing activities you'd given up on. Emotional, you feel like yourself again. The person you were before weakness crept in. Habits, these behaviors are ingrained. You can't imagine not doing them. Beyond 6 months, maintenance and continued improvement. As long as you maintain these habits, you continue to protect and even build muscle. Many seniors in their 70s and 80s following this approach report feeling and functioning like they're 10 to 15 years younger. You've created a sustainable lifestyle that supports long-term health and independence. Real stories. The proof is in the people. Let me share 3 more stories of real people whose lives changed through these simple morning practices. Margaret, age 72. Margaret had become terrified of leaving her house. She had fallen twice in 6 months, once in her bathroom, once on her front steps. Her children were talking about assisted living. She felt like her life was over. A friend told her about eating breakfast properly for muscle health. Margaret was skeptical but desperate. She started eating 2 eggs and oatmeal every morning. She added a banana. She began doing the 3-minute leg exercises. Within a month, she noticed her legs felt steadier. Within 3 months, she was walking to her mailbox daily without fear. At 6 months, she joined a senior walking group. Today, at 74, Margaret travels, gardens, and babysits her grandchildren. She told me, "I got my life back from 2 eggs and a morning routine. I can't believe something so simple made such a huge difference." Robert, age 67. Robert was a former athlete. Football in high school, recreational basketball into his 50s. But by his mid-60s, he couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without stopping halfway, gasping for breath, legs burning. His doctor found nothing medically wrong. "You're just getting older," he was told. Robert refused to accept this. He started researching and discovered the importance of breakfast protein. He began eating Greek yogurt with berries every morning, added salmon twice a week, and did gentle leg exercises. 3 months later, he was climbing stairs normally. 6 months later, he started playing pickup basketball again, something he thought he'd never do. He recently told me, "Everyone said I needed to accept my limitations. But my limitations weren't age, they were nutrition. Once I fed my body right, my body worked right." Linda, age 81. Linda was using a walker. She'd fallen several times and broken her wrist. Her doctors said it was inevitable at her age: weak bones, weak muscles, poor balance. But Linda had always been a fighter. She started small, just 1 egg and half a sweet potato each morning. She did the sea salt water. She sat in the morning sun. Progress was slow at first. But at 81, she had time and determination. 6 months in, she was using her walker less. 9 months in, she used it only for longer distances. At 1 year, she put the walker in her garage and hasn't touched it since. She's now 83. She walks daily, cooks all her own meals, and lives completely independently. She says, "I thought 81 was too old to get stronger. I was wrong. It's never too late if you give your body what it needs." Your legs don't have to surrender to age. Here's the truth that the medical establishment often doesn't tell you clearly enough. Losing leg strength isn't inevitable. Needing walkers isn't a natural part of aging. Falling isn't something you just have to accept. Losing your independence isn't predetermined. Yes, your body changes after 60. Yes, muscle protein synthesis slows down. Yes, hormone shift. But your body is still capable of maintaining and even building muscle if you give it what it needs. And what it needs isn't complicated. Protein at breakfast to stop muscle breakdown, the right nutrients to support muscle function, simple daily movement to signal muscle growth, consistency over time. That's it. No expensive supplements. No grueling workouts. No medications. Just strategic nutrition and simple habits that take less than an hour per day total. Think about what's at stake here. Your ability to walk to the mailbox. To play with grandchildren. To travel. To live in your own home. To maintain your dignity and independence. To trust your body to carry you where you want to go. These aren't small things. These are the things that make life worth living. And they're all connected to the strength of your legs. Every morning is a choice. You can either feed your muscles or starve them. You can either support your body or neglect it. You can either take action or accept decline. David made his choice at 69. Margaret made hers at 72. Robert at 67. Linda at 81. What will you choose? Start tomorrow morning. Don't wait for the perfect time or until you feel ready. Don't tell yourself you'll start next week or next month. Tomorrow morning. Drink warm water with sea salt when you wake up. Do 3 minutes of gentle leg exercises. Get 5 to 10 minutes of morning sunlight. Eat breakfast within an hour. Eggs, oatmeal, Greek yogurt, whatever you have, make it non-negotiable. Do this for 30 days. Just 30 days. Commit to 1 month of feeding your body properly and see what happens. I promise you'll feel the difference. Your legs will feel stronger. Your balance will improve. Your confidence will grow. And once you feel that difference, you won't want to go back. You have more control over your body than you've been led to believe. You're not helpless. You're not at the mercy of aging. You're at the mercy of what you choose to do or not do each morning. Your legs have carried you through life. They've walked you through every experience you've ever had. They deserve to be cared for. They deserve to be fed properly. They deserve to stay strong enough to carry you through many more years of life. Don't let them weaken because of something as simple and fixable as skipping breakfast or eating the wrong foods. Take control. Start tomorrow. Change your morning, change your legs, change your life. If this video has opened your eyes to the connection between breakfast and leg strength, if you're committed to trying these strategies, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and answer this question. Which of these 5 foods will you eat tomorrow morning for breakfast? Eggs? Oatmeal? Banana? Greek yogurt? Salmon? Or sweet potato? Tell me your choice and why. And if you've already been doing some of these things, share your experience. Your story might inspire someone else to take action. Second, if you found this information valuable, hit that like button. It helps this video reach more people who desperately need this information, people who are quietly struggling with weak legs and losing hope. Share this video with someone you love who's over 60. Your mom, your dad, your aunt or uncle, a friend, a neighbor. This information could literally change their life and save them from falling, from using a walker, from losing their independence. And finally, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I'm committed to bringing you more science-backed, practical health strategies that actually work, not trendy nonsense, but real solutions based on research and proven results. In upcoming videos, I'll be covering the sleeping position that strengthens your legs while you rest, 5 exercises you can do in a chair that rebuild leg muscle, the vitamin deficiency that causes 80% of balance problems in seniors, how to reverse nerve damage in your feet naturally. You don't want to miss any of these. Remember, your legs don't have to fail you. Your body wants to be strong. It wants to heal. It wants to support you. You just have to give it the tools it needs. Start tomorrow. Choose your breakfast. Commit to the routine. Give yourself 30 days. Your future self, walking confidently, living independently, enjoying life fully, will thank you for taking action today. I believe in you. Your body believes in you. Now you just need to believe in yourself. See you in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay nourished, and keep taking care of those precious legs that carry you through life.